Speaking with Oklahoma City Mayor Mick Cornett. Mick, you were at the helm when the NBA came to town. A lot of guys before you helped pave the way with a variety of ways, but you were here and helped pave the road for the Hornets and now the Thunder. How much pride do you take in the fact that, hey, we became Major League under my watch?
Well, my least favorite subject is me. I'd rather talk about anything else than something attributed to me. And don't underestimate the role that Clay Bennett played in this whole process. And one of the keys back when the Hornets, and certainly I got the Hornets to the door, and and they didn't have many options, and we were an option, and I was pushing, and they were under a time frame, and boy, it looked really good. But when I told our business sector that we're going to need some help, and I asked Clay to come to the negotiation table because he was the only one of us that had ever been sitting down at the negotiation table with the NBA, and he offered to kind of quarterback the business community in this effort. That's the day it all turned. Within a week, we had 7-figure sponsorships on paper. And within a month, the NBA said we were at the top of the relocation list. It's one thing to get them to consider your city and to announce they're coming. It's quite another to become a top 10 market in 6 weeks. And so let's just say that it took a lot of people, and there was a role that I played, but to get to where we are now took a much larger role from other people than any one person could claim.
You got a long history in sports. Got your start really in the public sector as a sportscaster, except for your distinguished stint writing for the Oklahoma City Times, but Channel 5 sportscaster. How much did your background in sports help in the entire process?
Well, I think it helped a lot just because I realized what sports could do for a community. I saw it again and again and again, and I realized that cavity that I spoke of earlier about, there just wasn't anything going on in Oklahoma City that was Oklahoma City oriented. I mean, people felt like what went on in Norman and Stillwater was enough for Oklahoma City, and I'd look at other cities and I'd see that they had Division I sports in their suburbs, and they had all this other stuff going on. I just felt like we were underestimating ourselves, and so I don't know if that's part of being a sportscaster, but it's certainly a part about being exposed about what the world of sports has to offer. Sports has always fascinated me, and as it's evolved in my life, I've learned that I'm much more interested in sports and its impact from a sociological standpoint and a business standpoint than I am who won last night's game. Not that I won't watch a few innings of a game occasionally now and then, but the winning and losing of a particular game doesn't interest me that much. But the impact that sports has on a society still interests me, and I'm still enthusiastic about it, and that enthusiasm probably plays into what we're talking about now.
Do you still have any sportscasting in your blood?
Yeah, I get asked that all the time. What do you like better? And all I can say is I loved doing sportscasting when I was doing it, but I love being mayor now. I mean, I don't look back and say, what if? I just think I got the best job in the world right now. And at one time, when I was a sportscaster, I thought I had the best job in the world. So I've just been really lucky. Have I done my last broadcasting? I have no idea. My mother taught me a long time ago, never's a long time. And so don't ever say never. But right now, I just enjoy being mayor.
If ESPN calls today and says, come be our Sunday night Sports Center anchor, are you resigning on the spot, or are you headed to Bristol?
No, I wouldn't pull out for something like that. It would have to be something that I think would fulfill some emotional need. You'd have to really have an emotional desire and not a financial or just professional desire. And right now, my emotions are with the city of Oklahoma City and wanting to be mayor. You see what the potential is here, and you want to be a part of it.
The Thunder has filled all their play-by-play duties, radio and television, but I guess they could come open in the future. Would you throw your hat in the ring?
I doubt that would ever happen. I don't see that ever happening. I've been so involved with getting them here. I'm completely satisfied with letting other people describe the action to them, and I'll just be a fan.
Well, let's see. Big sports fan who went into sportscasting and then became mayor of a great American city, and now Sarah Palin is on the verge of the White House. Same track for Mick Cornett?
What you're missing there is I was also a point guard.
Oh.
But I'm guessing she passed the ball more than I did.
Well, she won a state championship. How did the Pirates do?
Yeah, well, I never got that far with it. I'm sure she could take me on the court, too.
Same track for you, though? I mean, I keep trying to pull you into sports.
Yeah, you know, I'm having so much fun as mayor that I don't spend nearly as much time on a political future as other people spend for me. And you know, I tend to think those things will happen themselves. I love being mayor. Politics and running for stuff isn't necessarily something I get up and just enjoy doing. I like serving. I don't necessarily like the campaigning part of it, and so that might always factor into what I do.
Well, Mick, we appreciate it. We'll see you opening night. You got some good seats?
I bet I can get one by then.
Okay, good.